Our fugitive is named Quillfire, an anarchist and agent of chaos. He believes there should be no such thing as authority.
Heroes of the revolution never come along quietly.
Quillfire's quills contain powerful toxins that affect the nervous systems of those struck.
I won! I won! Quillfire was here!
Let's roll out!
What's up YouTube? TF Review 16 back with another Transformers Robots in Disguise video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new deluxe class Quillfire. So here he is inside of the packaging. Really nice artwork here on the top of the package. You got the Autobot symbol here, you can scan that. And there he is inside the package. On the side you get the same piece of artwork there. On the back of the package you can see him in his both modes. It says changes in 7 steps. The instructions are right here on the back of the package, and of course you can scan him into the mobile game and play his character in there. Alright, here's Quillfire opened up and outside of the packaging. Here he is in his vehicle mode. It is a truck mode, SUV style mode. The packaging doesn't give much of a bio on Quillfire, but he is a Decepticon, but he's also an agent of chaos and an anarchist. So he doesn't believe in authority, and he thinks that he's being repressed by the Autobots. Now his episode in the show is season 1, episode number 11, and it's called Adventures in Bumblebee Sitting, where his toxic quill infects Bumblebee and basically makes him revert back to a childlike status. So he does come with a quill, and he does come with a blaster, and the blaster stores underneath here in vehicle mode. So there's 2 peg holes there, and you can just peg his blaster in there. Very cool that he comes with a blaster, and his quill is stored also in vehicle mode. So I'll pull that out when we do the transformation, but here he is in the vehicle mode. And it looks really good. Now I noticed they put a little paint on the wheels too, so that is very cool. Again, they're just tabbed on wheels, so he doesn't have much of a hubcap there, but the nice accents around there. He does have all painted in windows, no back window there. Here's some more paint details on the back of the vehicle mode. You can see some molded in detail that could have used some paint. He should have had some rear tail lights in here in red. That would have been really cool, especially to go from one part to the other. Maybe Repro Labels will have a set or something. That's cool. But I like the 2-tone colors. Again, this isn't paint. This is the molded in plastic. So the only paint is the windows and the wheels in vehicle mode. And here on the front you get some nice red headlights. The orange here, he's got looks like a tow hitch right here. Very cool. He's got the silver in the grill. So there are some more paint details here on the front of the vehicle mode, which make it look really good. I just realized that the hood can actually open up. Well, this is part of the transformation. And there's his head in there. I wonder if you can flip it all the way around. Oh, you could. You could have him with his head out. added imagination and playability. That's kind of funny. But yeah, very cool vehicle mode. Let's do a quick size comparison. Here he is with Steeljaw. So you can see the size scale there with his Decepticon buddies. There he is with Thunderhoof. There he is alongside Fracture. And here he is alongside the Deluxe Megatronus. Here is alongside the RID Voyager class Bulkhead. So you can see the similarities in the design of their vehicle modes. Basically armored up SUV, similar in design. There's probably a name for this type of vehicle. If you do know the name of that vehicle, leave it in the comment section below. I'll try and think of it. But yeah, really like the truck mode for Quillfire. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to do before we get into transformation is do a size comparison with him and Bumblebee as well. I mean, he does infect Bumblebee in the show. So anyway, there are their vehicle modes together. So you can see the size difference there. So to convert him into his robot mode, you want to first remove his blaster. He comes with this blaster, nice mold on this. He also comes with a quill, which is stored in him in vehicle mode. So he does store all of his weapons in vehicle mode. Very cool. Little blaster there. And it even has the molded Quillfire little logo there. This would be the equivalent of his anarchy symbol. He says Quillfire was here, and he marks stuff. He takes a quill and he carves his little initial right there, and that's really cool that they have that on the weapon itself. Very cool, little added feature. So to transform, what you want to do is untab the sides of the vehicle like so. Let me get a focus in here quickly. There we go. Then you want to untab this back section right here that tabs into the legs. You can see some of his chest underneath the vehicle mode. We want to rotate the waist all the way around and kind of straighten up his little short legs. Flip the feet out, and there you have his legs done. Then what you want to do is take this whole top assembly here. First you want to untab the windshield, so make sure that this section is all off and unpegged. You can see his quills right here. Then take this whole section here, rotate it around, and bring it down like so. So it's all flush right there. Again, there's his quills. Then this will go up against his back like so. Then you want to rotate, or actually untab the arm here, bring this out and flip his hand out. So there you have an arm. Same thing on the other side, just untab it right here and bring it down on this hinge right here so this stays forward as the shoulder, and then flip his hand out. And then last but not least, come up here to the hood and flip his head out. So there is some movement here too, and then you flip that shut, and there is Quillfire's head. And you can see he's got articulated jaw. There's actually some good motion on his head. And this whole assembly here has a pivot too. I'll go into articulation in a second, but there is the robot mode for Quillfire with his quills and all. So if you come around to the back, he can he doesn't shoot the quill out, but he does come with his quill right here, and that tabs in the center right there. So he has these clusters, and also he can hold this quill to do his logo that he carves into things. It says Quillfire was here. Very cool character on the show. Not one of my favorite episodes, but his character is really, really cool. So, I mean, that totally makes it worth it for me. He does hold his blaster, which I'm not sure why he would even need a blaster, having the ability to fire all these quills. And he basically takes out the Autobots with firing those quills, and Bumblebee ends up getting hit. But yeah, very, very nice. I do like this robot mode a lot. I have a couple of small complaints. I really wish that this door should have folded up underneath to cover up the gap right here in his hand. I mean, all it would have taken is one hinge right here. Pop that, flip it over. I mean, really, come on. That's the one major complaint I have for the transformation. Other than that, I really like the robot mode a lot. Again, the other complaints I have is with the articulation. He has no wrist swivel there, but other than that, he's got great articulation. He's got that full hip motion here. That's how that's really good hip motion. Wow, his hip comes detached. No, but he does have the ball joint there, and if it does come pop out, you can just pop it right back in. Then he's got the upper thigh swivel as well, and he's got the knee motion all the way forward, all the way back. He does have waist swivel, and like I said, you can move his head up and down, or I mean side to side on this whole assembly right here. which is pretty darn cool. And he can look up. You gotta untab this some, but he can look down. Again, this comes up a little bit, but no, you know, the whole assembly moves. And then he's got the jaw articulation. For the shoulders, they are on a ball joint here, so you get good movement there. He does have a bicep swivel as well, so you get extra movement there. He's got a single jointed elbow right there, up and down. No wrist swivel, which is my biggest complaint there. But other than that, really good articulation. Here's a view from the back. Some hollowness here in the back as well. You can also take his blaster and peg it onto his back for storage if you want. But yeah, a lot of fun this guy is. I do like his overall look and stature. He's got the red painted in eyes. There's a close-up shot of his head again. Here is Quillfire next to Bumblebee. Again, they're part of the same episode. It's Adventures in Bumblebee Sitting, where his quill infects Bumblebee. So there they are together. There's a size comparison. And here he is next to Steeljaw. Warrior class Thunderhoof. Decepticon Fracture. You can see he's just really short and stocky, but I do like that in this robot mode. Very cool. But I do love the proportions here with Fracture as well. And Warrior class Megatronus. Here he is with Voyager class RID Bulkhead. Just wanted to show this off. Voyager scale difference. Obviously, I don't have any Voyager of the new RID television show figures yet. I really am looking forward to that Platinum Edition one with the Voyager class Grimlock. And last but not least, here he is with Fix-It. Ah, Fix-It, so cute. So transforming him back into his vehicle mode, you can take his blaster if it's pegged in there in his hand, or remove that. Take his quill and you can plug the quill right into the back there. Then you can take his head, flip his head back. You can take the hands and bring these around, tab it in right there. Fold the hands in, swing his arm around like so. Tab it right in there. Then you can take the legs and rotate those around. You can fold his feet in, tab the feet together, the legs together. Bring this section out and, well, just leave it out for now. Bring this whole assembly out and forward, and you'll see the quills will fit right in there, including the one that you have pegged in there. So that's great that he stores that other large quill in vehicle mode. So once you do that, then you flip this around and tab the, I guess that'll tab in a second. What you want to do is bring those together. Yeah, the hood section here needs to tab in. There's two tabs right here where the hood needs to snap into, but I can't get it up there. There we go. So that snaps in there, those snap in there. So then you have them like this basically, and the legs will fold up, and these tabs will go into the side right there. So you plug that in, and then the rear section here will fold, and there's tabs here and right here, and will fold right over there. Make sure everything is snug, and then you can take his blaster here, plug that right into the bottom, and there is Quillfire back in his truck mode. Overall, really like this figure. I will say it is a recommended figure. He is hitting store shelves now, and if you're a fan of the show, you definitely want to pick this guy up. He's in, like I said, season 1, episode 11. It's a great episode, it's a fun show, and this is a fun toy to go with it. Even if you're not a fan of the show too, this is still a great figure. The engineering and the design that went into this is really cool. So I definitely give it a thumbs up, and I recommend it. Thanks for tuning in to TF Review 16. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at TF Review 16 as well. Make sure you tune in for my next video review and check out my past reviews as well. And please subscribe if you haven't already. and click the like button to share this with your friends. Have a good day. Until next time, keep collecting.